Time now for Better Health. I'm joined here with Asante's health expert, Beth Coker. Beth, today we are talking about hypothermia. Tell us what it is.
Hypothermia is when the body is exposed to very cold temperatures and the body just can't produce enough heat at the rate that it is losing heat. It's a very dangerous condition where the low body temperature can affect your brain, causing a euphoric experience in the person's reaction, thinking they're very warm when in fact they're not, and they start to take off all their clothing and they freeze to death. So it's a serious medical condition, and we often see it in extremely cold temperatures, but it can happen in cool temperatures also, anything above 40 degrees, with people who have been sweating outside and then their body cools off, or they've been prolonged exposure to cool temperatures, and that is very dangerous too because they don't realize they're developing hypothermia. We see it in older people who don't have the adequate heating or clothing in cold temperatures, people exposed to long time outside, homeless people, hunters, hikers will see it occur in them, and babies are susceptible to hypothermia when they're sleeping in a cold room.
So how do we know if we're going through hypothermia or somebody else's? What are the signs and symptoms?
The person will start shaking extremely and have shivering reaction to this. They can become very lethargic. They can be confused mentally. Their speech might be slurred. So there are some definite warning signs of someone developing hypothermia. And in babies, we see really bright red skin and just a lethargic reaction to anything within babies.
What about treatment? Is there any kind?
It's a medical emergency per the CDC. Call 911 immediately. And until medical help arrives, what you can be doing is wrap that person in warm blankets, get the wet clothing off of them, heat up that core of their body, the neck, the head, the hands, the groin area, anything on the trunk. It's imperative to get them into a warm bath if you can. Give them warm fluids, nothing alcohol, that has the opposite effect, but give them warm fluids and warm that core temperature of the body up. People can even go unconscious due to hypothermia. Start CPR right away if that happens.
Not something to mess around with, especially in these cold temperatures. Beth, thank you. We'll be right back.